Hello everybody, and welcome to this new video where we're talking about my favorite gloves in the entire game, the pattern-based Crimson Kimono gloves. They've existed for a really long time now, but the really special thing about them is the pattern. There's, in my opinion, no gloves that go as crazy with the patterns as Crimson Kimonos go. Because you can have max gray patterns or max red patterns, and pretty much no pattern is like the other. And we're going to talk about the most expensive type of Crimson Kimonos out of them all, and we'll take a great look at them now. So if you search for Crimson Kimono guides, you'll find that there's two guides. There's the complete Crimson Kimono guide from 2019 with 35,000 visitors, or the comprehensive Crimson Kimono guide from 2022 with 7,000 visitors. So I would try always and go with the complete Crimson Kimono guide, because it's just more OG and people have pretty much completely accepted this as the truth. And yeah, this is still, but this one is still being updated to today. So if you wanted like something that's really updated, then I'll try to go with this one. But yeah, it's of course it's skins, it's opinion based, but the opinions are pretty much based on the complete Crimson Kimono guide. So like I said, try to go with this one, because there's a lot of people that will just try to go and sell tier 3 gloves as tier 1 or 2, for example. And when you find out how much they really cost, then you'll find out that, yeah, you should pretty much stick to this guide. So according to this guide, tier 1 is 4 patterns. It's 458, 516, 932, and 684. And we'll take a look at these patterns in detail, and it goes down to tier 5. And yeah, these are the pictures of the gloves. And how do you rate Crimson Kimono gloves? It already has a few pictures here, but I'll just go by these Crimson Kimonos, 684s, my favorite patterns. You go by how much red you have. You try to have the maximum red on the gloves. If you were to just pick random pair of CS float, for example, Crimson Kimono, just a random pair, you'll see that it has a lot of gray normally. These are called the black diamonds, and it usually has a lot of them right here. The gloves honestly did look better in CSGO, but that's a completely different story. And this is how the gloves would normally look, and these are the best patterns where it is not just maximum red, you have all of the red, but it also has a symmetrical design. The black diamonds end at pretty much the same spot on both gloves, just complete symmetry here, symmetry down here. There's often, it's hard to get the symmetry down here at the gloves, but it is here as well. So complete symmetry and maximum red. And these are super rare. Like I said, it's just 4 patterns according to the old guide and according to what I believe as well. To the new guide, it is 9 patterns that are tier 1. The wear, pretty much important spots for wear are the knuckles. You try to have clean knuckles, because Chinese people often look at the knuckles and collectors just look at the knuckles. And I've looked at these gloves for hundreds of hours, so I really do love them, and I notice every scratch now. You have these spots, they're always really scratched. Like, try to have them as clean as possible, of course, but these are hard to get clean. And the E is really important of the torch wear, torch. The E is always really scratched up. In CSGO, people always said, I have gloves with clean E or whatever. So the E is always important because it always got scratched up. These parts also get scratched up a lot, but you don't notice it that much in game. And also this does get scratched up down here. And even right here, this also gets scratched up easily. But this is way less noticeable and way less important, like these spots, as opposed to like something like this, or the knuckles, or the E, of course. So these would be perfect Crimson Kimono gloves. You can take a screenshot tool like the Skinport screenshot tool to get good screenshots, or just search them in FloatDB. There's also something from Bro Skins, which is really nice. It's the You just go through all the patterns, all the 1000 different patterns. Just click any of them and you get a screenshot like this and a screenshot holding a karambit. So that is a really awesome option for that. I think it's CSGO screenshots only though, where the gloves did look better than they do now. So that's something to keep in mind, but it's still a really nice tool. OG tool as well. When it comes to buff, there's 6 different tiers, and they call it red 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. So they are not completely one-to-one to any of the guides, I think. They're different rating. I'll just go by, like I said, the complete Crimson Kimono guide when you're rating them. But yeah, right now, if you search for red 1st, you have 458s listed. That's just 458s right here. Is there any field tested ones? I'd be curious to see. What we have here, we have 932s, we have 560s, and 559. 559 also from the second guide. And like I said, it depends on the person. Some people do believe in this guide with the 9 patterns, but most will definitely believe in this pattern, in these 4 patterns. 458, 560, 932, and 684. And we can see the prices are insane for these gloves. Even just the normal gloves have gotten so expensive nowadays. 1.5k for battle scarred, 2.5 for field tested, and 4.5k for minimal wear gloves. And tier 1s are listed for like the cheapest right now, $18,000. And I can confirm that they do sell in field tested even when they're really good float for 20k. And minimal wear, they are listed for starting at 33k for these gloves. For tier 1's minimal wear. Absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy expensive. But yeah, that is why it's important to really check out if somebody says, this is tier 1, this is tier 1. You have to really check out if it's actually tier 1 and consider tier 1. So you don't get scammed, because we're talking about a lot of money here. And Onopixel has an own pair. He has a pair of 932s in field tested, good float with 0.196 float. These are his gloves in field tested. I have owned some 684s before. I've sold them, but yeah, if you want to see the best gloves, best kimono gloves in the game right now, there's no factory new tier 1s. But there is a really good minimal wear one with a float under 10%, so 0.089 float, 684, does exist. Super duper rare, super duper expensive. Like I said, no factory new ones exist, but this one, which I have in game right now, does exist. And it's the most expensive gloves. And the best Crimson Kimono gloves which you can possibly get, which is absolutely insane. And in my opinion, these are like the best gloves ever. And yeah, that pretty much concludes everything about the Crimson Kimonos. There's a lot of things that you have to look out for. But this is just a quick guide for the best of the best, really. Like the top patterns right here. But it of course, there's so much more to these gloves. If I made a full video, it's probably like 1 hour or more. But this is just about, like I said, the top tier 1 patterns. And I hope you enjoyed this quick video talking about the favorite gloves for me in the entire game. And until next time, have a good one, as always.